Okay, quick little, well, quick, impromptu live painting session. I have about an hour for lunch. Let me see if it is an hour that I actually have time for. So I was going to work on this piece for a little bit. I'm not sure it is. Yeah, so just under an hour. I said, so I'm going to work on this for a little bit. Might as well go live. Also testing a slightly different setup. Uh, let's see. Anyone is around. If not, just keep it for later. Okay, so that's good. That's good. So this is a Starfire from the DC world. Definitely don't do enough DC characters. So this is a Starfire portrait commission to what's going on in my paints? Sorry. Commission companion to another piece I did of Raven. Hence the small size, trying to match the same size as the Raven one from a while back, which I don't think I have footage of. My paints are all dried up. I know at this point, somebody actually mentioned me it could be one of like 100 different characters. But once you get into the orange skin tone, green eyes, and some of the colors in the costume, it should start making sense as to who it is. So right now, I'm just gonna start with red and start working in on some of my shadow areas for a little bit. And yeah, anyone's around? If you have any questions, comments? Hope everyone had a good long weekend if you're in the States. If you're in Canada, you had a midweek break last week, which is for me very weird. Really don't enjoy those. Having like a Wednesday off in the middle of the week just totally messes with my schedule. So the last couple of pieces I've worked on, I've been using the smallest brushes I can find to just really work in the details. It's a 2/0. Um, and it should work well on this as well. It just slows down the process. Because you constantly have to dip. I don't know much about this particular character. Not a big Teen Titans. Not sure which group she's in, but she does have a very interesting aesthetic. Okay, I need to move that because there's a lot of clinking. What's up, Jonathan? What's going on? It's also extremely humid, which is making the paint dry at a weird pace. Yeah, Jonathan, it's Firestar. Not Firestar? The DC one. Starfire. That's why this video is not shared on some of the groups, because, you know, that would be blasphemous. Where is it, Firestar? From Teen Titans. Or Titans. She's orange. She, alien, kind of awkward. Supposed to work on this on the weekend, but then I got sidetracked with housework, and I want to say lost an afternoon of painting. I just didn't have the energy. Hey, Tommy. Nice to see you again. Yeah, Jonathan. I know a lot of people in the Marvel groups dabble across the publishers, but, you know, can't stream a DC character in a Marvel group. Um, yeah, the deck's coming along well. I just slow. Might actually have it done this weekend. Might. Weather permitting. Thanks, Tommy. I do enjoy doing portraits, as you will see based on some future sets. Oh, okay. You want to compare me to a character in Grey's Anatomy? That's fine. For me, I think it's adverse. I think building a deck puts me in a bad mood. No, not really. It actually is very soothing. I can understand why people would just go woodwork to relax. So what I really have to make sure I figure out at this point is the lighting, because if her hand's glowing, she's gonna light the entire bottom left part of her face. Um, yeah, so the entire bottom left part of her face is gonna be very flat. And then I need some very hard shadows wherever the light doesn't hit. So in the tip of her lip, on this side of her lip for sure. And have them fade out nicely. So Tommy's saying, have you ever put all the four horsemen into one character? Magneto said Archangel's wings, Storm's right arm, and Psylocke's blade arm. That's not the horseman, though. Oh, or is that the MCU horseman? Can't say I've ever thought of doing that. Be hard, I guess, a little hard with like with Psylocke with the glowing arm holding a sword. Storm really needs the lightning. Like her arm by itself doesn't really do anything. Like visually, if I just draw an arm, can't tell. There's nothing character specific about Storm's arms. It's an interesting concept, starting to mash up all the characters. You know, I do like a good mashup. Oh, Tommy, actually, you were talking about Psylocke the other day. Coincidentally, I have a Psylocke commission I'm working on. Probably work on that on one of the other live streams, maybe. But I got the pencils down. Let's see if that works. There's the pencils on it, and then I'll get painting on that soon. Yeah, Magneto's helmet and then the mohawks sticking up. That'll work. That'll do it. That'll do, donkey. So many ideas. I wonder if we can get away doing that for a set. Probably not. Can imagine we're sitting there in the approval department trying to figure out what I'm doing. Like, no, this is Dr. Doom for some reason. Denied because I don't know what it is. Yeah, with the mohawk for sure. I have that Ares look, but Ares has more of the traditional, like Spartan helmet, which I guess Magneto's helmet resembles. Yeah, I'm thinking for doing a scroll. Oh, my phone keeps on dinging. What's going on? Yeah, never mind. What colors are your hair? Orange. Okay, that'll work. I have mentioned before, I really don't like doing hair. Oh, this hand's gonna glow too. Okay. Oops. It won't glow as much. That's just totally messing with my lighting now. So I'm trying a different camera, which seems to autofocus a lot. So I don't think I'll be using this one again. Because it does seem annoying. But this is supposed to have a better mic. So I don't know what's the lesser evil here. Autofocus or softer mic. Need to get a proper mic and not use a cell phone. Yes, I can see. I can see you're watching. I mean, do you want me to send you the link? If you're up for it. Thanks. I'm only on for a little bit. Not killing time, but I have a bit of time, so I need to get moving on this piece. So I'm taking every opportunity I have to so every opportunity that I have to kind of work on commissions. Tommy's asking what's one of my favorite sets art-wise. I mean, Masterpieces 92, the only one that matters. Jusco's been such a huge influence on my art and my entire let me send this out. Appreciation for comic books, because it's really the 92 masterpieces that really got me interested in this medium. So yeah, that one's always gonna be my go-to choice. Any of the masterpieces really though. Really cool art. And some of the artists' own sets, like Jusco did another set, which I think was mainly Conan's. There's one DC set, which I can't remember what it's called offhand. That beautiful, beautiful art. But I couldn't tell you what they are. Like I don't collect anymore, so I don't know what they're called. But as a complete standalone set, the masterpiece, 92 masterpieces, I can't remember which one was the one that Julie and Boris worked on. I didn't love all the art. The 93, which was the Hildenbrand, I can never pronounce it properly, the Hildenbrand brothers, and the latest Bianchi one, and the previous, what was it, 2006 masterpieces, Jusco as well. I think you're starting to see a theme here. I'm more of purveyor of the arts than particular sets, if you will. And there's beautiful art in every set. I do prefer original versus reprint comic book panels. '96 masterpieces. That was what? That was the Julie Bell one, and Boris. Two 2007, 2008. I don't remember which ones those were. Really, the one that I really wasn't a big fan of was that metal one from the 90s. The art, the standalone art was really, really good, but the metal effects that they did in the printing, I didn't really enjoy. Thought they took away from the art. Let that ring for a minute. Sorry about that. Ah. Hello, Governor.
Oh, I'm there. Cool. What's going on, man?
Not much. You're live.
Yeah. I see now. Uh,
X-Men Chrome. I don't know that one because I don't know the sets.
I'm just getting sorted here.
Yeah.
All right.
So, said like this was totally random. Like, la la la, I have an hour to kill. I got to work on this piece, and let's put up the camera.
Oh, now it's you.
Yeah, no, that was me. Yeah, I didn't put my stuff on silent or silence. Yes,
So
what's going on?
I missed the beginning of the thing. What are you doing?
Is it Starfire? Starfire, yeah. I'm just working on a Starfire commission, and I have to work.
That's DC, right?
That's DC. That's what's not being shared to the Marvel groups.
Okay, cool. Well, just so happens I too am actually doing DC. Apparently,
Looks like it. Doesn't matter. Like I said, if you're around and you want to hop on,
yeah.
Yeah, a couple people watching.
Is this where are you streaming this to? Just your own?
Facebook, and then whoever's following my Facebook page got invited. So Jonathan's on.
Yeah, I saw JD and Tommy.
It says that there's 2 other people, but I can't tell. It might be off YouTube.
I think I saw Tommy and Tommy and JD.
Yeah.
Is Tommy home now?
I think he said tomorrow is his big travel day. That was my understanding.
What's going on, man?
You know.
Ooh. So,
So what do you want? What are you up to? What are you working on there?
well, just I was working on this. This was a watercolor Batgirl, so I just I'm gonna ink her, and you're like, well, I'm gonna be hanging out for a few more minutes. So I was like, okay, this will be fine for to kind of finish off within that time.
Yeah, all right. I see
So
some gam. Is that your references for
yeah,
Venom?
today.
It's got a nice reception.
Yeah, yeah.
Still not finished mine, but
I did end
event.
up finishing mine that day. It was funny too because I actually went on another after that live stream, got invited to another one that evening.
With Sean and Rodney.
John and Rodney, and I just
And
brought the
they had
car.
some.
Man.
Yeah,
So
yeah, I watched that. I was there. They're making fun of Canadians.
yeah, well,
Easy target.
it's it's because you guys are all so nice.
Yeah. Yeah, Tommy's saying he's getting ready for his 39-hour flights over Wednesday and Thursday. To JD's point, yeah, they're sending back with over carrier pigeon.
Wait, Tampa. That seems. I thought Tommy was in the Panhandle.
What? Sorry, I missed something.
Oh, I thought he was from the Panhandle, and he's going all the way down to Tampa, which is like left coast, Gulf Coast, about midway down the state.
Right, but he's going to JFK and then Tampa.
Right.
Yeah.
Which would be his final destination, I'm assuming. But I thought
Yeah.
he lived up in the Panhandle in Redneck Riviera.
Which one's Redneck Riviera?
I say it's kind of just a goofy term. No, the Panhandle, the like over by Jacksonville and
In Florida.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Oh, 4 hour. He's 4 hour car trip. So yeah, you'd almost think that like a Tallahassee lassie. There you go. Yeah.
Did you have a good weekend? You get to relax a bit for the 4th?
I did. I actually I don't think I did a thing on Saturday. Well, and when I say I didn't do a thing, I mean like I didn't even bother coming into the studio. We did we just hung out on the deck, and had a cooler full of adult beverages as well as Chitlins beverages. And then my wife pulled out her margarita maker.
Out on the deck?
Yeah. Yeah, just out on the deck. So, I had a bag of ice. So you load up some not margarita. Well, it's a margarita slash, all kinds of, you can make all the frozen drinks.
Yeah, it doesn't have to be margaritas.
Yeah, so you mix everything into basically a pitcher, and then load the top full of ice, and it just grinds up the ice, mixes it with the with the whatever the pitcher of drink is, and then when it's done with it, it's like you basically push the little lever like a Slurpee machine, and it just pumps it out for you.
Excellent. I need to get one of those at the office.
Yeah, I forget. It's like I think it's a branded. It's like a Jimmy Buffett branded Margaritaville, cocktail maker or something like that.
You can get the mix for it and all that other stuff, right?
Yeah, I mean, you just like, for instance, she was doing why am I blanking on it? Yeah, it's margarita, right? So
Yeah.
the tequila and anyways,
I don't know. I don't know what goes into a cocktail.
yeah, so she'd just take, the bottle of tequila and bottle of the sweet and sour mix or whatever, throw it in, throw in the ice, and
Boom.
just pumps it out.
Adult beverages on demand. That's what it's all
Yeah.
about.
And then she did quite a bit of experimentation. So there were, at one point mangoes involved. Yeah, it was pretty good. And and then of course had all of the neighborhood kids like running around in the backyard to set up the cornhole thing. I had ring toss and the giant like teeter-totter potato chip, the big swing.
Nice.
And it was a regular carnival in my backyard. So it was cool.
That's nice. So relaxing. Don't need to like start going all over the place to have a good time, right?
Well, now that you can't. But yeah, I mean, it was, yeah. And then of course we grilled and it was awesome. So, and then when it got dark, basically went out to the cul-de-sac and lit up some sparklers and bottle rockets and little, dragon snaps.
Yeah, just like the convenience store
Yeah,
fireworks.
yeah. Because we've got like some, little kids in the cul-de-sac, so can't really fire off M80s and stuff. And then so that was Saturday. Yesterday I actually had to which I gotta catch your stream with Gordon. How'd that go?
We had some technical difficulties at first, but once that got sorted, it was really good. It's supposed to be like a typical, oh yeah, we just hop on for 45 minutes an hour, and like 2 hours later, it's like,
Right.
dude, it's noon. It's like, okay, I gotta go. My wife's gonna kill me. But it was great. It's wicked cool guy. Super fast.
Yeah. Yeah, he's definitely got his stuff down to a science. I mean, you can see where you can just bang things out. But yeah, so like on Sunday morning, I had to shoot out to the club and do I had to go SO and IDPA match. And then
you know what that means. Sorry.
it's basically I was like the referee for a shooting competition.
Oh, okay.
I guess that's probably the easiest way to describe it without getting too into it and talking about things that may be offensive. But
what? Competition.
What's that?
Overseeing a shooting competition.
Yeah, pretty much. I was the great overseer. But anyways, then came home and yesterday it was like 92 out here. Freaking hot as balls.
Yep.
And so like came home, had to take a shower, and then ended up.
You there? Well, I think we lost him. I'll pop back. Am I still streaming? Yeah. Seems to be a weird day for Facebook. They're having issues earlier today. Feeds weren't loading and messages aren't being sent. It's one of them days. Dim diddy.
Yeah, totally chill weekend.
Yeah, there. Are you back?
Yeah. Was
Yeah,
I gone?
you went like radio silent when you said I hopped in the shower.
Oh yeah. Wow. I you missed the entire day then.
You
No,
spent
it's
the afternoon in the shower?
then I took a nap. Then I burned some stuff in the yard. And then I drew this a little bit, and that was it.
Cool.
Very, very chill weekend. So
Very nice. So is this Batgirl just kind of random, or does she have
yeah,
a purpose?
it's well, Batgirl is really just because I have because I don't have any DC stuff done.
Okay.
So yeah, it's I've been posting stuff, and I figured if I was going to start tagging other companies,
Right. You should probably have some of their
I should
product.
probably have some of whatever their license, whatever they're licensed to do.
Right. That makes sense.
Because it's hey, I'd really love to work on DC bombshells, but all you see are like pictures of
No.
of Daredevil.
What's no? All right, that's in 30 minutes. What?
So this is the thing with the when you were talking about the audio versus video, was it
Yeah,
because
focusing.
your thing was flaking out because you were getting text for right?
Yeah, so I'm using an old phone. So my normal phone, I said, okay, well, I'll just leave that aside and put it on quiet. And let me
Right.
use my Galaxy because that has a 4K camera, which is great. But
There's got to be
if,
a way to shut off the autofocus.
yeah, because that's annoying. Especially since I just got to dig up my webcam. I have a HD webcam in one of my boxes of when I moved offices like 6 months ago and still haven't unpacked. And maybe use that, but then I probably need to get a mic too because I don't have a. Whoops. I don't think I have a mic.
Well, I know here's a and I know that I think we talked about this before. But the if you have like a regular like whatever camera for streaming, like I don't know, like computer camera or something,
Yeah.
then you actually, I guess it changes the it's a different aspect ratio.
Yeah, because it will actually shoot in portrait mode and landscape, not text
Right.
in portrait.
Right.
Yeah. Which I think is what Sean and those guys use,
That's what
right?
Sean and Rodney is. So like when I was on with those guys, you can see Sean and uh Rodney's stuff was all zoomed in and clear, and then Jay's and myself stuff was like kind of it's letterboxed.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, maybe like I said, I gotta dig up my webcam and try that. Still learning,
Yeah.
figuring out what works best. But I like the fact that you can go live with a cell phone. It just makes it so much easier.
Oh yeah, yeah. It's, I mean, the convenience of it is, you know, what's funny is that it's pretty clear that, you know, it's the whole thing was like kind of set up specifically to compete with, like, say, Facebook Live, because you constantly have to change which camera. You know, as soon as you come in, it's like, okay, and then you're just staring at yourself in the face.
Yeah, but I think that's on the device level because it's always going to default. Your phone's always going to default to camera one, which is the selfie cam.
Really? Okay, then yeah, I know the default. So, well, and that's, we live in a strange world then.
Yeah,
If the
well,
default camera selfie.
selfie. Yeah, I mean, like StreamYard set up. I think originally they're set up for Twitch.
Okay, I gotta
Or
see. I gotta figure out the Twitch. I don't think I've ever been on it.
yeah, that's a
Or
weird space. I don't fully understand how that works. I have an account because the comes with Prime.
mm-hmm.
Um, I just like I don't know how do you get an audience there? How do you engage with people? I'm sure it's not that complicated, but I know how.
I think a lot of it's probably got to do with exactly what you're doing now. Are you streaming to Twitch?
No, because I can only stream to two platforms at once, and because I don't know how the hell to use Twitch, I just do YouTube and Facebook. But I think next time I'm going to push it on Twitch and see what happens because I can
Yeah,
let.
because I don't know if, you know, the YouTube is, especially from a streaming perspective, because you could always save it and then upload it to YouTube later, right?
Yeah, because it does let you keep your file, so I could always upload again.
Yeah, so I mean that seems like that'd be a nice, you know, place to just archive the stuff. But yeah, I would probably, you know, and again, I don't know anything about Twitch either, but I do know that um I think it's probably easier to it'd be easier for an audience, so to speak, to find you on the Twitch live than on the YouTube.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, next time I do one of these, I'm gonna hit Twitch instead of YouTube and see what happens.
Yeah.
Whatever. So I can always grab the file and upload it to YouTube. So that's fine. I don't think there's anything
Yeah, that sounds
major.
like a plan.
Yeah, we'll see. I think part of it is because like I'm not really active on YouTube anymore. Like just recently, since I started doing these StreamYard things, kind of
Right.
up my channel a year and a half ago. Um, so I do have I don't know like 500-600 followers that I accumulated over the years when I was being a little bit more active. But I don't think
Right.
any of them are actually active because I'm not seeing the views or engagement um, that I used to get.
Or the thumbs up.
Yeah, or the likes. Like I don't think anyone's really there. So it might be a matter of time, like just okay,
It's
regularly
because they
post.
all moved over to Twitch.
Yeah, maybe.
Oh, and now it's my turn.
There you go. Pick it up.
All right.
Call from Cannabis IL.
Hello.
To verify your business with Google, our records show that your business is not verified.
Press one.
now
Press
to
one.
verify your business with Google. If you're the business owner, press 1 now. If your account is not verified, customers searching for your services on Google will not find your listing. Press 1 now to verify your listing.
I don't. You know what? It sounds a bit like a scam.
Well, I'm glad to hear that's not that's something that happens to you guys down there too with
Oh,
these
dude.
Google.
And you know what the funny thing is? It's like, you know, the it's these calls kind of crack me up because they, um, you know, the idea is that they're really kind of using technology to kind of bamboozle you. You know,
Yeah,
using
because
fancy words
charge.
like Google and verifying your business.
But what they're doing, what they've
Um,
got to do is they will verify your business. So that's correct. But they're going to charge you for something that you can do for free.
right, but what I'm saying is that it's the when I'm talking about when the scammers are doing this stuff, um, they're relying on, you know, lying about the technology and, you know, trying to trick, you know, people. And it's like,
Yeah.
well, speaking of technology, I do have caller ID, and I'm pretty sure Google is not in Caneville, Illinois.
Yeah, probably.
So, yeah.
Plus, Google never doesn't call you.
Says cellular call, and it's you know, somebody that says that they're from Microsoft. That's my favorite one, by the way, is when I get the guy that calls and says they're from Microsoft, and they detect a problem with your computer.
Oh, I've
So
never had.
they figured they'd go ahead and give you a, you know, they'd be proactive about this and give you a call about the problems with your computer that they happen to detect.
Oh, wow. Okay. I've never
So
had
they,
those. I have a blast with
oh
those guys.
yeah, it's always some guy gets on and he's like, yeah, this is so and so with Microsoft. We're detecting that you're having a problem with your computer. You know, so what can I do for you and stuff? And of course, you're always counting on, you know, some numbskull to basically say, yeah, it is moving kind of slow. What do you need? You know, and then, you know, what do I do? And I say, well, give me your password and, you know, this, that, and the other.
Let me remote into your system and see your password, and then give me your credit card to verify that it's you.
Exactly. It's all that stuff.
Yeah.
And I get the calls all the time. And the quickest way to get them to hang up is to say, uh, yeah, dude, I'm running Apple.
I'm on a Mac.
I don't know what this Microsoft thing is that you're picking up.
Do you get cleaning guys?
What's that?
The guys that want to clean your ducts?
Uh, yeah, but I think those are legit.
Oh,
The,
it's
the
this is it's generally an Indian accent, and it's like, yes, this is Andrew from the duct cleaning company,
yeah,
and it's like, yeah, we have guys in your area if you wanted to have someone come over. Those aren't legit here
wow.
because there
That's
is
like
no.
that's like
That's like
blue collar scamming.
it's what?
That's like blue collar scamming.
Yeah, but the thing is that there is no company called the duct cleaning company. It's like calling, hey, this is the phone company, your system, right? Like, which phone company?
Hey,
The
this
phone.
is hey, this is the internet company.
Yeah, this is the internet company.
This is the internet. We're
Yeah.
seeing that you're having a problem. Yeah.
Yeah, I always like to egg on the duct cleaning guys and say, "Oh, okay, good, good, good." Kind of start talking about how they charge, and it's usually by square foot. And they're like, "Oh, how many houses how many rooms in the house, and square footage, stuff like that." And I'll just give them some bullshit information. Then ask like, "Do you guys do all waterfowl or just ducks?" Because my ducks are fine, but I have a couple of swans and a goose who just got in the mud pile last night. They could use a good cleaning.
Nice.
And then most of the time they're like, no, ducks. I'm like, yeah, duck. quack, quack, duck. I hear you. What about a swan? And yeah, then they hang up. And I just sit there hoping they call again.
Loons? Do you do loons?
Yeah, what about loons? Okay, fine. You're not going to do my swan? What about my loon? What about my chicken? I have a chicken. He's really dirty. I have a dirty
Not
cock.
waterfowl, no, but
I know it's not waterfowl, but you could say, I have a dirty cock that keeps on getting in the food. Needs a good dusting. Oh, this video is gonna get kicked off of YouTube.
it's like duck cleaning company. Oh, ducks. So does that mean you retrieve gerbils?
Yeah.
Now you're getting kicked off of YouTube. Yeah, I lost a couple gerbils.
Yeah. If you
And
get one, have one of those cameras, like one to put a camera at the end, that'd be really useful. Like not a colonoscopy, because I know that's expensive, but if you have like one of those industrial ones, there's a lot of piping that needs to be checked out.
Like a plumber snake.
Yeah.
See, I lost two gerbils and a potato. By the way, the using Aquanet net in the potato gun is might be a little overkill.
I think we lost all the viewers with the telemarketers.
Yeah, but we gained Omega, it appears.
Yeah, I don't know if he's still there.
Did you see the thing that the guys started doing with the character club with their little logos?
Yeah, so I saw Omega's first.
Yeah,
comment like welcome to the geek club, and then I saw everyone else did it. It's like, oh, okay.
Yeah, that's pretty cool though. How they're kind of custom.
Do you are you in that yet?
No, that's I think that's a real collector thing. I'm a
Jonathan says there can be only one John. You have to end the other one. I guess he's still out.
Yeah, you know what the sad thing is that I can picture Jonathan now with like with safety pins holding his head on.
Oh, all right. Who was that? Mario Van Peebles?
No, this was with the Highlander with Clancy Brown.
Who was it?
Clancy Brown.
Oh yeah, that's his name. Yeah, and he had them from.
Yeah, I haven't seen that movie in forever. And the funny thing is that like I think that was like the first thing I've ever seen Clancy Brown in. And it's like ever since the Highlander, it just seems like that guy's been in absolutely everything.
He's been in a lot.
I mean, speaking of DC, he was Lex Luthor.
In what?
In the Bruce Timm animated series.
Oh, he's the voice.
Yep.
Yeah.
He's done a lot of voice acting too.
Yeah, and he's got a distinguishable voice.
Yep. And then I think well more recently he was in the Punisher series on Netflix.
Who was he?
He was like Frank Castle's commanding officer.
Oh, in the spot.
So he was like in the Daredevil one first, where it was Daredevil. So he was in Daredevil, and then when Frank was on trial or whatever, he was the witness. that came on and testified on behalf of Frank.
Yeah. Okay. Couldn't remember that. That was a good. The Punisher. I really enjoyed the Punisher Netflix series. It was really well
You know
done.
what, the first one, I thought the first one was good. The second one, there were bits of the second one that was really good. And then some of it was like, oh, that's a bit much, you know?
It was a little heavy focused on PTSD, or is that the
Yeah, and
proper?
that's, you know what, and that's one of the things that really kind of ticks me off is that um every like everything that's put out by Hollywood in one way, shape, or form, they always look at you know, the veteran is, you know, the veteran is always kind of portrayed as this broken person. You
Right.
know, it's like broken human being because of PTSD. You know, first of all, every veteran's got PTSD because, you know, that's how Hollywood looks at veterans. And, you know, not trust me, not a lot of them, not all of us come home with PTSD. Um, I mean, or if we do all come home from PTSD, it's no different than anybody else on the planet. Everybody's got it then, because the worst case of PTSD that I would have is like, you know how when you have that nightmare or you go to sleep, yeah, and you have the nightmare where you're back in high school and you're like sitting in your underwear in class, kind of a thing.
Yeah. That's a form of PTSD too. Yeah, I guess.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying. That's basically my point is like, yeah, well, the big difference between normal people, so to speak, and veterans is that veterans don't dream of high school. It's boot camp. That's
Right.
it. You know, I mean, if you're gonna be that ridiculous about what the deal is, and to be honest, you know, a lot of guys that do even have PTSD, I've got friends that have post traumatic stress, and they function absolutely perfectly. You know,
I'm
there's
sure, like, there's various degrees of it, right?
yeah. I mean, it's like the old stories of like the Vietnam vet where they, you know, wake up, you know, with night sweats and shit like that. And okay, that's pretty extreme. But
Yeah.
then the less extreme would be Grandpa wouldn't tell me about his time in the war, kind of a thing. You know, when you're talking about like say World War II vets, you know.
Yeah.
So,
Uh,
but anyways, the basically back to the actual point I was trying to make was, yeah, they really kind of rely, you know, too much on the PTSD thing and making it, you know, I don't know, victimizing veterans. And I don't know if that's because they just, you know, because they think that, you know, the military's bad, so they're going to weaponize, you know, guys who have served to kind of, you know, beat up on the military lifestyle or what. But
yeah, and
yeah,
then
so
well, just commercializing it because it's possibly trendy or they think it will attract an audience.
exactly. And more importantly, it's also a matter of ignorance on their part because they don't know what the what the life is like. They are getting
Right.
better at it to some degree because they're, you know, getting, you know, especially nowadays with the global war on terror and stuff, you're starting to get these military advisors on set that that are actually from, you know, this generation's war.
So that,
You
yeah,
know,
they
where
have one experience, exposure to
yeah,
everything.
it was like I was talking or I was listening to a podcast I think just last night, and they were talking about this very thing, just in the sense that, you know, you've got like on that TV show SEAL Team 6, they've actually got, you know, like guys who just retired from the military that are doing the being the specialist on set. Whereas
Yeah.
up until this point, you're talking about guys that were like I think the example that they used was you take a guy like Dick Dye, who's a Vietnam vet. You don't want him being your military advisor on set on a show where they're clearing houses, kicking in doors, because his expertise was clearing jungles.
Yeah. Shit. Okay, I gotta wrap up because I have a conference call to hop on in 5 minutes.
Yeah, no worries. No worries.
It's gonna be fun.
Thanks for the invite.
Yeah, no problem. It's very exciting. I might hop back on in an hour or so to see how the rest of my day goes. I'll drop you a message if you're around.
All right, cool.
If not, we'll catch up a little later.
All right, sounds good, man.
Thanks, buddy. Thanks everyone
Later.
that joined. Bye.
Bye.